games. Of course, 4 of those games were with Mater Dei before he transferred. Jeremy Simmons, the incumbent running back of the Chargers, 3 carries, 11 yards. And Todd Bielitz, 3 of 8 for 38 yards. He spread it around. He's got 3 receivers with 1 catch each. Unfortunately, he's also got 2 receptions on the Fountain Valley side,
so
2 interceptions. Chuck Harkar and Keith Robinson coming up with a couple of big interceptions in the first half. So we are set to go. Edison will put it in play.
Before they do that, Steve, one important thing about that is that Edison does rely on their rushing game, and they haven't had it in the first half. Short kick.
And from the 20, Fountain Valley will take it. A lot of room out on the left side. That's number 34 for the Barons, and he fumbles the ball. And the Chargers, I don't know if they got it first before it went out of bounds, and I think they did. So not the kind of start that the Barons had anticipated.
No, that's for sure.
Rudy Munoz was the up back. He took it at about the 20, had some room, got it out over the 40. He was hit. The ball squirted loose. We couldn't see who recovered it, but Edison will take over at their own 46.
They rocked his world on that play, that's for sure, as we see the banner.
So crucial turnover to start the second half. Recover that. Bielitz is still the quarterback. And a quick toss is to Graham. He's looking to throw, and he's got a receiver wide open. The pass is just thrown.
Did that look like Tony Gonzalez all over again? Wide open.
And Brian LaChapelle was the receiver out clear himself. Fountain Valley fooled on the play, yet Graham, the sophomore, putting just a little too much on it, and he's unable to find the receiver.
And again, we see something that we talked about before. Good teams, when they get a turnover, they go right at you, trying to get you while you're let down possibly.
And speaking of going right at you, Bielitz brings him up early. Toss again to Graham. This time he will run the ball, and he is bounced out of bounds after maybe a 2-yard pickup. As we told you, Graham transferred from Mater Dei. He had 2 weeks off. Dave White called him rusty leading up to last week's game against Marina, and he was rusty enough to come up with about 175 yards. So I guess a lot of coaches would like to have a guy who's rusty. Graham gets 1 on the play, 3rd and 9 now from the 47. And on the reverse, a little more trickery from the Chargers. This play going absolutely nowhere. As Chuck Harkar, he stayed at home on that one. He was right there to meet Tony Borelli, and that's a big loss for the Edison Chargers.
And as you said, Steve, that fooled absolutely nobody.
So all the way back to the 38, Borelli will lose 9, and that'll bring up a 4th and 18. 4th and 18 for the Chargers. Jamal Hill's back deep. Here comes the rush. Robinson is picked up. It's a high kick, and Hills will signal for the fair catch at about the 31. So that's where the Barons will take over. 10:52 to play, 3rd quarter. Barons on top, 14-7.
The Barons dodged a bullet with that fumble play, that's for sure.
Yeah, because you can't ask for more than to begin right close to midfield on your first possession right out of the half. And a couple plays of trickery. One almost worked, the other one fooled absolutely nobody.
Let's see if Bertoni goes right back to the air again.
And a quick trap to Adam O'Rourke, the fullback up the middle. And he pushes it all the way out to the 38. That's a gain of 7. O'Rourke seeing a little more action in the backfield. Sat out a couple weeks ago. Saw some action in the backfield last week against Huntington Beach, and seeing a little considerably more tonight.
Yeah, coming into the game, O'Rourke had actually only run the ball 7 times on the year.
Yeah, he's not paid to run, as we might say. He's actually in there to do most of the blocking.
Now, you're not suggesting that high school athletes get paid now, Steve. Come on.
That's a whole nother show. Thank you very much. 2nd and 3. Bertoni to drop, looking for his tight end again on the outside. He's got him as linebacker hauls it in right about midfield. Nice pass by Bertoni, right on the money. Timing was perfect on the play.
Yeah, nice timing play. That's a good word for it.
And we've got a marker. And again, Fountain Valley bit by the penalty flag, so that knocks off a gain of 12.
You get a procedure call on you there. That's not good. It's not good.
So from 2nd and 3 at the 38. Back him up another 5 and make it 2nd and 8 now from the 33. $30 yards in penalties now for the Barons on the night. 2nd and 8. Play action to Nicholson. And there's Leinbach with a diving catch. Great catch by the big tight end.
And if we can see this again, I don't know if we will, but Leinbach has excellent hands. If you saw him go out there and just bring the ball right into his hands, it was a beautiful catch. I guess we're not going to see it, but what a great catch.
And Bertoni just kind of flung that one out there. The old Bernie Kosar look, just kind of sidearm winged it, and he was right on the money. Leinbach made a nice diving catch out to the 45.
I can't believe you'd compare anybody to Bernie Kosar.
I wouldn't. I'm a Steeler fan. Thank you very much. Nicholson over the right side. He will lose yardage. He'll be trapped in the backfield. After the gain of 12 on the pass to Leinbach. And director Warren Carter just informing us that Rusty Hilger, the former Raider, his favorite quarterback of all time.
He's got him in a rotisserie team, I hear.
Yes. Surprising, isn't it? 2nd and 12 now from the 43 after the loss. And to give it to Nicholson up the middle, and just tripped up as he crosses midfield, and he knew it. Nicholson knew that if he keeps his feet, he might be heading for the end zone.
That was one nice run. That was a nifty run. He actually held in there a little bit with the ball, stopped the Edison players from coming, and then took off.
So Nicholson gets 8. That'll bring up a 3rd and 4 now from the Edison 49. Barons needing 4. Bertoni to look, to drop, the pass is tipped, and Jeremy Simmons just unable to get there. The ball was batted down at the line of scrimmage. And that'll stop the Fountain Valley drive, bringing up a 4th down situation.
Hey, I got a field pass, bucko. What are you doing now?
Jeremy Malteberger, who also handles the PAT kicking duties, he'll be back to punt. Tony Borelli will drop near the 20 for the Chargers. High snap. And they're going to kick the ball away from Borelli. He'll have no chance to return this. And it'll squirt out of bounds near the 21-yard line. And that is about where they'll mark it. 28-yard kick. Chargers take over. They trail 14-7, 8:20 to play here in the 3rd quarter. So as we start the 2nd half, both teams have had a shot at it, and neither team able to move the ball thus far. Hold on. 1st and 10 now from the 21 of the Chargers. And Graham is stacked up. By a swarming Fountain Valley defense. Spence was in there. Corey Clark coming up from his defensive back position. And Graham is going to lose a couple on the play. So Fountain Valley doing an excellent job tonight at containing the outstanding sophomore running back Graham.
Yeah, we talked about that at the outset of the 2nd half, rather, and they've really stopped the run.
And this time they don't contain Graham, and he just takes it right over the right side. He is still going on his feet, one man to beat, and Graham.
Oh, can we rewind that where I said that they have not run the ball very well? I think they just made up their average, Steve, on that play.
As I just said, opening the big mouth once too often, saying they're containing him. We'll take another look at this.
You can see it's a great run. He just goes right, jukes, goes up the middle, and he stays on his feet and keeps going.
Absolutely great balance by the sophomore running back. We said they're doing a great job of containing him. and he takes that one.
They're certainly glad he transferred, that's for sure.
From the 19 all the way down to the Fountain Valley 24. A gain of 57 on the play. 1st and 10. And here's Graham again over the right side, and this time the Barons are there to stop him after a couple of yards. So Graham with an incredible 57-yard run. He picks up a couple more. Give him credit for 3 from the 24 to the 21.
I give him credit for about 20 or 30 of those yards all on his own, just with great running.
And 2nd and 7 now for the Chargers. Bielitz bring him up. We have not seen Markovsky, the other quarterback tonight. It's been Bielitz all the way. He'll toss to Graham. This time it's student body left. And Graham puts his head down.
I don't know.
Steve Spence, Chuck Harkar are there to meet him. They also had some help from number 36, Scott Rutherford.
And Graham did a good job just to hold on to the ball with that. I mean, that hit was right in his hands. He held onto that ball nice.
Hey, Graham put his head down, and he ended up taking out about 3 Barons, even though they got him down. So from the 21, move it to the 18. It's another gain of 3. 3rd and 4 now. 3rd and 4 for the Chargers. Ball spot on the left side hash mark. This time Graham is out for a breather. Borelli in motion. And Bielitz will drop, looking. He's got Simmons in the flat, and he's punched out right about inside the 10-yard line. Nice play by the Chargers to get the ball inside the Fountain Valley 10.
Boy, that run a couple plays back has really ignited the Chargers. And again, sports is like, it's the ebb and flow. Whoever has the momentum going, it tends to kind of snowball. And Edison now has that momentum.
And it's a 1st and goal at the 9-yard line as Simmons gets 9 on the play. Emhoff, number 84, he will come to the left. LaChapelle out over the right side, and Bielitz on the give to Graham as he squirts down to the 5. Another impressive run for the sophomore running back to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, a lot of times those are the best runs. When you can make some yards out of a play that basically is broken down and you're still able to make some yards.
And he made 3 on the carry. Brings up a 2nd and goal from the 6. 5 minutes, 55 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Clock is stopped. I'm not sure why. Didn't it say 5:55 on the last play as well? We might have a problem with the clock, and I think we do.
It's Halloween, Steve.
We are on top of everything here. Thank you very much. I believe...
Where you been?
Jim Patterson, the official, they'll keep time on the field. They say start the clock, and there it goes. So 2nd and goal now from the 6 for the Chargers. Quick toss over the right side, and number 33, Chris Young, with his first carry of the night.
Good blocking up front, Steve, on that play by Edison, but the Barons clogged up the hole rather quickly, but good upfield blocking.
And Young, it looks like he got it down to the 2-yard line. Gain of 4, be a 3rd and goal now. And is it closer to the 1? Okay, we'll call it the 1. We'll give him 5. 3rd and goal now from the 1 for the Chargers. And Young over the top is in for the Chargers. Touchdown. And with 4:59 to play, Edison comes within the PAT of tying this game up.
And Steve, like you said on this play, it was just literally over the top. We're at the 1-yard line, and he was not going to be taken away from another touchdown in this game.
And Kevin Bever normally handles a PAT, and this time it'll be Brian LaChapelle to try to tie it up for the Chargers. And it's a fake, and they'll go for 2. And the pass is overthrown by Bielitz.
What a big play, Steve. You mentioned it. This would have tied the game. A gutsy call by Edison. I like it. We're going to see the touchdown again, I guess. We'll see Graham just go right over the top for his second touchdown of the day. Here it comes. Right over the top, touchdown. And a big play, a gutsy call by Edison.
So Edison goes 79 yards in 7 plays. Of course, 57 came on the big run by Graham over the right side. However, Dave White wanted to show and bring out the trickery, has failed in 3 attempts of trickery here in the second half. So it's a trick-or-treat weekend, but so far Edison unable to actually come up with any of the goodies, should we say.
No treats.
They missed on the halfback option, they missed on the reverse, and off the fake PAT for 2.
Onside kick right here.
Hey, it wouldn't surprise me one bit. Chris Young, though, was open. If the pass is on the money, he's got 2 points for sure.
It was a good call.
Yeah. Gutsy call by the Chargers, but hey, 4:59 to play here in the third, another fourth quarter to go. Plenty of time.
You're only down by 1 point.
And there is Bever. And it'll be Hardcar from the 7, Chuck Hardcar. And popping to the outside. Hardcar with a great return for the Barons. And number 87, Andy Lennon, is there to make the saving tackle as Chuck Hardcar takes the ball all the way into Charger territory.
We're going to get to see that return again. It reminded me of a time, the last game at Anaheim Stadium, where you saw a play where Fountain Valley opened the game with a run for a touchdown. And you'll see Hardcar just keep going, keeping those legs moving and moving and moving. What a great return.
And official Jim Patterson, our referee, has called an official's timeout. It's a 49-yard return for Hardcar on the ensuing kickoff. And nothing special or fancy about it. Hardcar just took it up. He used his blocking well, popped to the outside, gave a little shake and bake, a little dipsy-do, and that took him into Edison territory.
Shake and bake and
a dipsy-do. So we have an official timeout. And we had a player down. It was Alan Goldstone, number 2 of the Chargers. He was down injured. He's being helped off toward the Edison sideline, so hopefully everything will be okay with him. .448 to play here in the third quarter. Fountain Valley holding on to a 14-13 lead. And I'll tell you what, if you thought last week's game was good, you got to like this one as well.
And stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Robert!
So the Barons will come up 1st and 10 from the Edison 44. Bertoni will lead them up. Nicholson and O'Rourke are in the backfield. The give is to Nicholson, and he is stopped after about a 2-yard pickup. So 2nd and 8 now. We'll call it a 2nd and 9. Nicholson will get the carry again, breaking out over the left side, and Nicholson dragging Chargers with him inside the 30-yard line.
I don't know how many game-saving tackles Brian LaChapelle has had, but it seems like that is his 2nd or 3rd of the game. And when you're in a close game like this, they are game-saving tackles. I mean, a touchdown here and there, what a great tackle.
Nicholson bouncing off Johnny Hosko in the backfield. Andy Robertson was in there. Neither one can hold him. He takes it down to the 29. It's a pickup of 14. 1st and 10, Barons at the Charger 29. Nicholson left side again, bouncing off tacklers and turning what would have been a loss into about a 1-yard gain. Andy Robertson of the Chargers coming up from his linebacker spot to make the tackle. It's a gain of 1 for Nicholson. That brings up a 2nd and 9 now at the Charger 28. Sunset League football, glad you could be with us. The last 2 weeks have definitely been exciting. We've had Fountain Valley, Huntington Beach. Tonight it is Fountain Valley, Edison. Definitely the 3 top teams in the Sunset League. And speaking of threes, we've got 3 wideouts spread to the right side for Fountain Valley. Bertoni will step, throw. He's got his tight end, but this time he can't connect, as Brian LaChapelle was there for the coverage.
And that's about the only thing that Lineback hasn't caught today.
That's the first one, I think, that, yes, has not stuck to the big tight end's hands. So Fountain Valley, Bertoni, and the Barons facing a 3rd and 9. They are at the Edison 28. And the Chargers definitely got to have a stop here. Hills is in the slot. Rumford is out wide right. Linebach, the tight end, in motion. Bertoni rolling. And the ball is tipped. And it's a great interception.
Get him! Yeah!
There's a flag on the field, though. They might call this pass interference. I don't know if this is going to stand or not.
We have 2 separate flags, Steve, possibly holding on Fountain Valley. And then another.
And Brad Losado with a great tip interception. I mean, that's where the tip drill pays off. You go through that drill just about every day, and you'll see it happen.
You'll see him go back and throws it, and then the tip that you talked about. I think we saw a hold right there, and then we saw another flag going right behind that play.
So we'll try to sort this out. Losado, though, nonetheless, whether it stands, a great interception on the tip drill. He tips the ball up, makes the turn, makes the catch, and Jim Patterson will try to tell us what's going on. And it will be pass interference, and it will be holding, and we'll just set all up and do this thing again. So the penalties offset each other. We've got a player down. I believe it's Linebach, the tight end. He was involved with the play with Losado. Losado made the interception. It will not stand, though, because they called it for pass interference, and we don't know who the holding was on.
It looks...
Edison coach Dave White out on the field.
He wants the ball.
I don't blame him. And I don't think he's going to get it. Oh, actually, it is number 81, Michael Rumford, who went down on the play. Linebach was the intended receiver. And the offsetting penalties mean we will set this up and do it again. 3rd and 9 from the 28.
Is Adam there?
He's in our headphones.
Hey, yo, go get it right.
John Fucci coming in.
Tell Adam to turn around.
5'8", 185-pound fullback. He's a junior. Nicholson also will be in the backfield. And from the 28, we'll set up shop and do it one more time. 3rd and 9 now for the Barons. Jamal Hill's coming out to the right. And Bertoni's going to ask for a timeout now. He's going to talk this over with Coach George Bird. Bertoni wanting to make sure that things go right here. Fountain Valley holding on to a 14-13 lead. 2 minutes, 43 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Great football game tonight. Glad you could be with us. And Bertoni talking it over at one of the assistant coaches for Fountain Valley.
And I think this is important that the Barons take the time to go for a score here. The score is 14-13 Barons, and it'd be important for them to come away, I think, with some points on this drive.
Willie Puga, the quarterback coach, out there on the field talking with Bertoni. He is the quarterback coach for the Barons. He is on the field. There he is right there. He and Scott discussing how they will handle this 3rd down situation. So you figure right now they'd be looking at least a 45-yard field goal on 4th down from this particular spot. They could shorten it, or they could pick up the 1st down. 3rd and 9, Fuji and Nicholson in the backfield. Bertoni setting up the screen to Nicholson, and he's got room, but he's tripped up. Great tackle on the sidelines. And it was Robertson again coming from his linebacker spot to trip up Nicholson and cut him down short of the first down.
Yeah, he seemed to have lost his footing there, along with a little bit of a help, a little bit of a drag down, if you will.
So nonetheless, the play is good for about 3. Play is good for about 3. Brings up a 4th and 6 from the 25, and the Barons are going to go for it on 4th down. Bertoni's pass is complete to Leinbach, and he is drilled by Brian LaChapelle, and Leinbach still down on the turf. That is a big league hit.
Hello.
Oh boy, I could feel that one all the way up here.
Brian LaChapelle has had a big game. He's put some big hits throughout the game.
And you know, they talk about receivers coming over the middle. Leinbach actually catching this one on the outside. He is up, which is a good sign. Edison coach Dave White looking on. He's got to be happy with that hit, though. It'll be close to a first down. Big hit by Brian LaChapelle. But again, Bertoni looking for his main target tonight, and they missed the first down by about a half a ball length at the most, and Edison has held. They will take over. And we'll call it right about the 20. The nose of the ball pointing that way. 1st and 10 now. First and 10 from the 20. And Bielitz will bring him up. And it'll be Graham over the right side. And again, Graham busting out. He's got a lot of room. He's got one man to beat. And Chuck Harkar with a big tackle, saving a touchdown for Fountain Valley.
Everything we talked about that was good on the Fountain Valley side, holding the Edison Chargers running game, has kind of fallen down. You'll see this play. He'll just swing right again. The same play virtually that he had the last big run, the 57-yard run. Basically, he just poops out right here.
And it's a 40-yard pickup for Graham.
You get tired making all those long runs.
I get tired just watching. 1st and 10 from the 40. Quick toss again to Graham. And Fountain Valley will stack him up after about a 2-yard pickup.
If I see Graham lining up on the left, I'm going to be careful that he's not coming around to the right.
Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 now from the 37. And Bielitz going deep, and he just misses Jeske inside the 5. Some pretty good coverage by Corey Clark.
Yeah, you couldn't have covered him any better than he did on that play.
Yeah, Keith Robinson coming over also with a little bit of help.
But it was pretty close to being an absolutely great pass. Didn't miss by much. But it missed.
So 3rd and a long 7. Graham squirting his way through the line. He is stacked up right at the 35. That'll bring up a 4th and 5 situation now for the Chargers. So decision time again for Coach Dave White.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if they just go for it. I mean, the way the field position is, it's too far to go for a field goal and probably end up kicking into the end zone on a punt. So, but then again, I said the running game wasn't going real well.
So we'll talk it over. The Chargers will. That'll end the 3rd quarter. Edison comes up with the only points. It's a touchdown. They're denied on the 2-point PAT attempt. And at the end of 3, Fountain Valley 14, Edison 13. And we'll go down the field. We'll talk to Gary Pitts. He's got somebody down there. Gary Pitts, what's going on?
I'm with Mike Hennigan, athletic director for Fountain Valley. Mike, how important is football as an activity for Fountain Valley?
Well, you can see by what's going on here tonight, it's very important. We think it sets the tone for discipline at our school, and it sets the tone for athletics at our school.
What's some of the important athletic things coming up for Fountain Valley in the future after the football season?
Well, actually, right now, our girls volleyball team won the league championship, or they have one more game to win, and we'll be in the playoffs in volleyball, and our cross-country teams are doing well. So we still have some good sports going on right now in the playoffs in football.
Well, I want to thank you for being with us, Mike, and we're going to get back to some of the action.
Thank you.
On the conversion, on the 4th and 5, Belitz finds his receiver, number 28, Brad Lozado. It's a 7-yard gain out to the 28, and Graham will take the toss. And Graham just keeps pounding away on 1st and 10. Graham picking up 5 yards out to the 23. And Graham now with 134 yards in the game, 115 this half. Of course, 97 came on those 2 big runs over the right side. Dan Emhoff will come to the right. And the Fountain Valley people chanting, "We've got the bell." Edison people, I believe, saying, "We want the bell." And somebody's going to get it tonight. Borelli in motion from left to right. Fake to Chris Young, and a wide open Borelli who shakes off one tackler, and Keith Robinson is there to stop him at the 10. Great play action by Belitz on the play.
Yeah, number 30, John Harkar, that we haven't talked about much tonight, really had a beeline towards him and missed the tackle.
So Belitz connects. It's a 13-yard pickup just inside the 10, where it'll be 1st and goal, Chargers. And the Chargers on the move, looking to regain the lead here early on in the 4th quarter. Excuse me. Belitz. Quick toss to Graham. And Graham is in the end zone easily for the Chargers. Touchdown with 10:07 to play here in the 4th.
Again, it seemed as if he's been untouched for 2 of his touchdowns. Great blocking up front by Edison. And we'll see it after the PAT.
So the Chargers go 80 yards in just over 3.5 minutes. Graham picks up 60 yards out of the 80. 40 of those came on one run. And this time, no trickery to it. The Chargers will set up and look to go for 2. Fake to Chris Young. The nice soft pass to Robertson coming out of the backfield from Belitz. And Edison has jumped back on top.
And important that they go for the 2 there, because this makes Fountain Valley's touchdown only tie. Now we're going to get to see the touchdown run, the 3rd on the night for Graham. He just scoots right, wraps around, jumps over a would-be tackler, and into the end zone for 3.
And understandably, lots to cheer about on the Edison side, as you can see. It is now 21-14. The Chargers went 80 yards to complete the drive. And with 10:07 to play here in the 4th, it is 21-14. Chargers leading the Barons.
And it does seem as if the Fountain Valley defense has spent a lot of the time on the field in the second half, and it was pointed out to us that possibly they could be getting tired.
Chuck Harkar will take it at about the 3. And again, Harkar right up the middle. And he is popped He has popped twice. And Marcos Emhoff and I believe Brian LaChapelle were the two principal chargers.
Marcos got him on the second hit, and
LaChapelle
got him in the first.
Yeah, it was just a rebound effect. They hit him one way and hit him back the other. But from the 3, Harkar brings it out near the 40.
And there's the back of that hit. Boy, talk about a bell being rung.
Yeah. And that's an Anderson 3 headache for Harkar. He'll feel that one in the morning, surely. I felt that one all the way up here.
That's the second one you felt that, Steve.
I'm not feeling too good. First and 10 Barons at their 40. And Bertoni hit by one of his own players. Trap is to Nicholson. And he is hit by Bielitz at the 45.
For a broken play, as that started off to be, Jeremy came up with some yards.
So Nicholson turns what could have been a busted play or disaster into a 5-yard gain. Second and 5 now for the Barons.
I got to where I know my name.
Hill spread way right.
I'm glad you get the principal, Mr. Ernst. Yeah, he likes that too.
And O'Rourke is going to come up just shy of the first down, I believe. It'll be very close.
Very earnest. Yeah. All those coaches like it now. They come to me now. They go, hey, you want to interview? Yeah, okay.
So the change will come out as O'Rourke pushes it out near midfield. This will be very close to a first down. Nicholson got 5 on first down. O'Rourke is very close here on second down. And this time, I believe the Barons have a first down. So from midfield, 8:58 to play.
It's a game of inches, isn't it?
Game of
If
inches.
that would have happened early on in the game, it might be a totally different ball game.
Mountain Valley in the third quarter went for it on fourth down. They came up just inches short. And this time they convert the third down situation. First and 10 from midfield. Plenty of time left. Nicholson is the tailback. He picks up Young. Bertoni being flushed out of the pocket and picks up a great block. Bertoni letting loose. And the ball is tipped and almost intercepted. Bertoni flushed out of the pocket, but he picked up a great block by Tim Fry, who cut down Todd Bielitz, who might have been there for another sack. And the pass was tipped and almost intercepted by the Edison Chargers.
And almost caught by Hills.
Come on, let's go, Barons, let's go.
And our director, Warren Carter, trying to tell us he's old. Shades of the Immaculate Reception. He says, you remember Pittsburgh, Houston, don't you? Oh, you're too young. Sorry, but it was Pittsburgh, Oakland. Thank you very much.
I guess he's too old.
He's a little too old, gets a little senile. Second down and 10 now from midfield for the Barons. Nicholson and O'Rourke in the eye. Bertoni to pass. He's got Hills. The pass is short though. And Jamal Hills with a great play to save an interception for the Barons.
And looked real close to being a pass interference on Hills on that, but he did make a great play. It was borderline.
Hills was out there, the ball was underthrown.
It almost seemed as if it was tipped. It was fluttering. I mean, there wasn't a spiral on it. I don't know what happened.
It had that duck look to it. And LaChapelle was set for the interception, but Hills making a smart play coming over to break it up and save a Fountain Valley turnover. And Bertoni this half now 3 of 9 for 22 yards. So again, for second straight week, Bertoni having trouble with the passing game. Third and 10, Bertoni looking, passes high. The receiver was there, number 81, Michael Rumford. He couldn't quite pull it down. And from midfield with a 4th and 10 situation.
I don't even know, if Steve, if that ball was even catchable. It was so high up there. Rumford went up. I don't know that he could have even caught that, but an Edison player did appear to hit him, but maybe the umpire felt that.
I don't think he could have caught the ball. I think the ball was well overthrown, and the contact looked like it was about right on time. So for the 4th and 10 now, Fountain Valley having to punt it back to Edison, and the Barons are desperately going to have to come up with a stop on this next possession. They cannot afford to let Edison score one more time. They are already down by at least one score, meaning a touchdown at the most. Field goal does no good should they get into position right now.
But there is still plenty of time with 8:15 left on the clock. You just, like you say, you need to hold them and then get the ball back, and you have plenty of time. But again, nobody wants a tie here, so.
So Bertoni now, high snap though, as Chris Young comes in. Borelli will field it at about the 17, and that is where he'll go down. No room there, but he saves the Chargers from the ball squirting down inside the 10.
And actually picked up a couple yards. Ooh.
I began to tell you Bertoni on the night now total. He is 11 out of 26 for 100 yards. His number is a bit better than last week, but still, as we mentioned, for the last 2 weeks, Bertoni and the Barons have struggled with the passing game.
And these are the teams you need to perform well against. I mean, this is Edison, and then last week was Huntington Beach.
And here goes Graham again. Graham close to a 10-yard gain. And it looks like it'll be 10 yards. It'll be 10-yard pickup for Graham, who continues to have a phenomenal night. And we'll come back in just a few minutes with more of Edison and Fountain Valley. Second down now for the Chargers, and Graham taking people with him, punching it out to the 35 after the 1-yard pickup before that.
And this crowd is unbelievable. Standing room only. We see a lot of people back in the end zone back behind where the Chargers are going. Great crowd here tonight.
So the Chargers now with a 3rd and 2 from their own 35, needing to keep the drive alive. Graham is the tailback, Simmons is the fullback, and Graham is going to be very close again to another Charger first down. So the Chargers doing a very good job in the second half of controlling the ball and keeping it on the ground. We'll have timeout for a measurement, I believe.
Now, we don't have numbers on how much time Edison has held onto the ball in the second half, but I think it's a big majority of the time.
And it will be a Charger first down right at the 37.
And the clock definitely has become an ally now for the Edison Chargers.
Belitz sacked in the backfield. I can't believe they didn't blow this one dead. And Belitz pays the price for it. Adam O'Rourke was there for the sack. Spence came in. Clark came in. Damian Peters got there. And I don't know if we left anybody out, but Belitz is certainly feeling the agony of that one.
Tough kid, though, like we talked about. He was not going to go down.
And at the 31, it's a loss of 6. Second and 16 now from the 31. Graham looking to throw again, and he fakes the pass. And Dave White again going to the trickery, and this time it cost him another 6-yard loss.
0 for 4?
0 for 4 on the trickery, Dave. So all the way back to the 25 goes Graham. He will lose another 6. And that's a 3rd and 22 now. Graham on to give up the middle, and he's going to get most of his yardage back.
See, no need to have him pass the ball. He runs it too darn well.
As he takes it out to the 45, Graham will pick up 20. We'll take another look at that.
We've spent most of the night tonight watching highlights of Graham running the ball. And he just keeps pounding up mileage.
And after the 20-yard pickup, it's a 4th and 2 now. And with 3:48, Edison will decide to punt this one away. Graham well over 150 yards on the night. The sophomore has proven he belongs at the varsity level. Kevin Bever has dropped back to punt for Edison. Jamal Hill's deep for Fountain Valley, and this might be the time that Fountain Valley Barons might want to go after the kick. And the whistles are blown, the play is stopped. It's a delay of game. It'll back it up 5 more against Edison.
Obviously, Edison was trying to get Fountain Valley to jump off sides to get that first down.
And for the Chargers, only their 2nd penalty tonight, so the Chargers have played a relatively clean game. Of course, it would be 3, but the one was offsetting because of the pass interference and holding call. So credit them with 2. From the 40 now.
Of course.
4th and 7. And the Barons will not come after it. They'll elect to set up the return. Hills will signal fair catch, which he does at about the 24. So 3 minutes, 20 seconds to play. They'll spot it closer to the 25. That's where we'll call it. Fountain Valley needs to go 75 yards.
And Steve, just as last week, Bertoni now has the ball with a chance to win. I mean, they're down by 7, but you figure if he can get them down for a touchdown, chances are they'll go for 2. I don't want to go too far ahead of myself, but...
And I will say this, Edison began their last drive on their own 17-yard line with 7 minutes, 50 seconds to play. Made up 4 minutes on the clock, 4.5 minutes. So Bertoni will pass. He will be sacked. And it's Todd Bielitz, his opposite, also playing some defensive end. Bielitz coming up with a huge sack for the Edison Chargers, dropping Bertoni all the way back to the 15-yard line.
And just in case you're wondering, Todd Bielitz and sacks are not necessarily strangers to each other. That's Bielitz's 9th sack of the year.
It's a loss of 9, 2nd and 19 now from the 16, and the clocks are running, and the Barons are in trouble. Bertoni with the quick drop. He's got a receiver, it's Hills, it's off his hand and incomplete. That'll stop the clock, 2.5 minutes to play. But Fountain Valley now facing a 3rd and 19 from their own 16.
And Bertoni, just plain and simply, is not finding anybody open. Good coverage by Edison.
Right, last week, Bertoni was intercepted on the Barons' final drive. He was intercepted 3 times, but the final one led to the Huntington Beach touchdown that actually clinched the win. In this case right now, with the sack, again, not good things happening for the Barons. They're in a 3rd and long situation from their own 16. Bertoni looking for a receiver, and he's got one. The ball is too high. It's off Jamal Hill's hands, and Fountain Valley now facing a 4th and 16.
Have to go, I think.
Or 4th and 19 from the 16.
2 minutes and 25 fucking seconds. Okay.
And Charger fans are starting to get a little bit noisier on the Edison side. Bertoni calls a timeout. It is 4th and 19 from the 16-yard line. The Barons will need to get to about the 35-yard line. It is spotted at the 16. And no quit on this Fountain Valley side. The fans are on their feet. The cheerleaders got them going. But you got to face reality right now. It's a long way to go for the Barons. They're going to have to come up with a mighty big play here. So, biggest play of the night now for the Barons. Bertoni is trotting back onto the field. They will go for it, facing a 4th and 19. From their own 16. They need to get close to the 35. That will get them a first down. 2 minutes, 25 seconds to play. Edison holding a 21-14 lead here at LaBarge Stadium. And this place is rocking and rolling. Bertoni will roll to his left. He's going deep. The pass is way overthrown. Not even close. And some of the Edison players are starting to celebrate just a little bit. Some of the tortillas are flying out on the field, mainly in disgust on the Fountain Valley side. And Fountain Valley has given the ball back to Edison, and the Chargers will take over at the Barons' 16-yard line. So Bertoni goes incomplete, incomplete, incomplete after the sack. And it looks like Edison will regain possession of the coveted bell, not to mention sole possession of second place at the moment in the Sunset League.
And for 2 weeks in a row, Scott Bertoni has not been able to come through. He's had a chance 2 times last time in last week's game, and then here with the final chance, final possession, was unable to come through.
Jeremy Simmons breaking out over the left side, running over people in the process, and he is just shy of a touchdown. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. And Simmons taking it from the 16.
And we have talked so much tonight about Mike Graham and haven't talked a lot about Jeremy Simmons, but he is a tough runner himself. You'll see him with his left foot, he'll step out, or his right foot, he steps out.
Left or right, it does not matter, he's out of bounds. A Fountain Valley player, I believe, is down. along that left sideline. And we talked about Simmons earlier. Coming in before last week, he was the principal runner. He and Chris Young were sharing a lot of time in the backfield. Graham transfers over from Mater Dei, and all of a sudden, what used to be a solid and good running Edison attack turns into an exceptional one, because now you got definitely 3 guys who can rack up some big yardage.
That's for sure. And remember, as you mentioned a couple times tonight, Graham is still only a sophomore, so Fountain Valley is going to see him a couple more years still.
And I believe they're going to mark it right about the 4-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 for Simmons. Clock is stopped with 2:06 to play. They are attending to the Fountain Valley player who is down, hoping everything is all right with him. And some of the Fountain Valley people starting to filter out now. Understandably, their team down by 7, 2:06 to play. But you got to admit, a great effort on both sides of the ball tonight. Barron's going to lose their 2nd straight in the Sunset League, but a valiant effort by George Berg's troops. They are still looking and attending to the Fountain Valley player, and they've got him up. We're still not quite sure who it is. And we can't quite read the number. One of the assistants has his hand over the player's jersey. And he looks like he's holding his shoulder or arm. We'll try to find out who that is, but it doesn't look very good at this point. And I think it's Chuck Harkar is who it is. So first and goal now for the Chargers. 3-back set. The give is to Young. There's a penalty on the play. I believe we had motion on the play. They're going to bring this one back. And I believe it was Chuck Harkar who they helped off the field. Chuck wears the bandana under his helmet. And judging by the way he was walking, I think that was him. So we'll have to check on that. We'll find out. Meantime, the Chargers are going to face an illegal motion penalty here. That's what it'll be. It'll back them up 5 yards. That'll bring it out to the 9. So 2 minutes, 2 seconds to play. Jeff Rush coming off for the Barons. Number 72, Andy Torville checking in. Jim Patterson says start the clock. Of course, the Chargers will be in absolute no hurry here as they line it up. It's 1st and goal. Chris Young with his 2nd touchdown of the night. That'll cap it right there. 1:45 to play.
And you could say now that Fountain Valley's tortillas are officially cooked.
They are well done. And the bell will be going home with the Chargers tonight. Fountain Valley held on to it for 1 year. Another penalty on the play. And we have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Chargers. I believe it was after the touchdown. So they will back it up on the PAT. And we might have had a little bit of taunting going on down there. Sometimes the emotions run high. There's a lot of emotion, of course, in high school football.
And again, this is the biggest game of the year for both of these teams.
Exactly. So understandable that that happens. Kevin Bever is on. Bielitz will hold. And Bever's kick looks like it is going to be wide left. And with 1:45 to play, Fountain Valley needing a miracle. They trail 27-14. 1:45 to go. They're going to need 2 scores here.
A miracle.
That's putting it nicely. But again, both teams tonight with a lot of big hits. Both teams playing very well. We can't tell you this. Michael Graham, the sophomore transfer from Mater Dei, racks up 144 yards this half alone. 163 for the game. 163 of Edison's 180 yards on the ground. So Edison doing a fantastic job of controlling the line of scrimmage and busting the big plays. Graham had runs of 57 and 40, and they've just been controlling the line of scrimmage. They dominated, they held it down in the trenches, and that's where you win and lose football games.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned that he had 3 touchdowns. Of course, he only has 2, as I'm told, so they've spread it around a little bit more, but he's got the bulk of the long runs, that's for sure.
And Chuck Harkar is back on the field. He is deep with Jamal Hills. So Fountain Valley going from a perfect 6-0 now to 6-2. Kevin Bever with the squib kick. It is fielded at the 20 by one of the upbacks, and the Chargers still going after the football. They want to put some more points on the board.
No, they want to party. Steve.
Number 21, Joey Rozek, fielding the ball. He'll take it out to the 26. And with 1:38 to play, it's all but done except for the formalities. We'll clear it out. Bertoni coming back in, trying to pull one out of the hat. The clock is running. From the 26, Bertoni getting the snap. He's got Hills. Hills elects to turn it upfield. He takes it out to about the 41. He didn't elect to go out of bounds. The clock will stop. We have a penalty marker on the play, and it might be a face mask against the Chargers. Jim Patterson, the referee, will discuss it with his other officials. And it's unsportsmanlike conduct against Fountain Valley. I believe it's going to be against Jamal Hills, who caught the pass. So they pick up 15. They lose 15. But the big thing is it's a dead ball foul, so now that makes it 1st and 25. Ouch. And frustrations apparent, understandable. As we said, a lot of emotion in this game. This means a lot to these kids. They have both worked very hard on both sides of the ball. And unfortunately, only one can come out a winner.
Yeah, that's true. And this is something that they'll talk about until they play next year. Because this bell symbolizes the fact, this bell, as I understand it now, will go back to Edison School.
They will take
and it'll sit there at Edison, because I remember seeing the bell at Fountain Valley. And it was a good feeling, because you have a rivalry, and rivalries are good in sports. And it's tough to lose it.
And not wanting to incriminate you or ask your age, but you say the bell was there when you were there.
Well, I graduated in '85.
Okay, thank you.
We won the last 2 years I was there.
Glad you could clear that up for us. There was speculation that the bell was probably 25, 30 years old.
No.
Kyle Kaus, of course, a Fountain Valley graduate. And it'll be 1st down and 25, or 1st and a mile for Bertoni and the Barons. Flushed out of the pocket, Bertoni hit as he releases, and that's been the story of the night. Bertoni unable again for the 2nd straight week to get the passing game going, and with a little extra push for Todd Bielitz, and he and Bielitz exchanging words, and the officials step in. Bielitz saying, hey, what did I do to deserve this? So,
didn't you see me? I got my 9th sack.
So 2nd now and 25 after the incompletion. The Barons will drop their 2nd straight Sunset League game. They will be 3-2. Edison will be 4-1. And barring a Huntington Beach win tonight, they will be a perfect 5-0 should they win tonight. And Huntington Beach on the schedule tonight at Ocean View. Bertoni, his pass high. And there is another big hit by Brian LaChapelle. And those are the kind of passes where you go back to the huddle and you say, get him down, because you go up high like that, you are going to pay the price. And I believe it was Joey Rozek, number 21, and Bertoni talking to him right now saying, sorry I threw that ball up there like that. Didn't mean to put you in the danger zone.
You can read lips.
Amongst other things. 3rd and 25. 48 seconds on the clock. The Edison crowd, they are not going anywhere. They want to see that bell come across the field back onto their side. Play action by Bertoni. He's got a receiver. It's his tight end. And another nice catch by Brandon Leinbach out to the 41. That's about the original line of scrimmage after the first completion to Hills. And now with a 4th and 10, or excuse me, make it a 3rd and 10. Barons from the 42. And Leinbach with another big catch, dragging tacklers with him. Nice play, great hands by Leinbach. He takes it down to the Edison 32.
You said it, Steve. Even though this game has been decided, it's good that the Barons are continuing to go, but that Leinbach can catch the ball.
Yeah, we've heard a lot about Jeske, we've heard a lot about Gonzalez, but there are 3 very good tight ends in the Sunset League, and Brandon Leinbach showing that he definitely has some of the best hands in the Sunset. Some very big catches for the tight end tonight. Fountain Valley will use a timeout, which I believe is their 3rd and final. 18 seconds to play. 27-14 is our score. Glad you could be with us. If you're watching on TV on Saturday night, you can catch it again on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Set the VCR. The Edison cheerleaders starting to make their way right there behind the Edison bench. And you know there's going to be a beeline for that bell as soon as that final gun goes off. A beeline for the bell.
That's the 3rd time we've said beeline tonight, then, too.
Is that a record? Is that a record for us?
It could be.
So a lot of disappointment on the Fountain Valley side. Many of the people, though, still here. A majority of the crowd still on the Fountain Valley side. You like to see that. They've stuck with these guys. This is a good football team. You know that Fountain Valley, Edison, and Huntington Beach are going to head for the playoffs. And it gives these guys a chance now to tune up and get ready because these are 3 very good football teams in the Sunset League. We got 3 teams in the top 10. Edison now number 10. They are bound to move up. And Fountain Valley ranked number 4. They will probably drop, but they will remain in the 10. Bertoni's pass knocked down at the last second. Number 81, Mike Rumford, had his hands on it. Bo Barnhart came up as he made the hit. Rumford dropped the ball. The pass is incomplete. 11 seconds to go. And there's the bell we've talked about.
Ask not for whom the bell tolls, Steve. It tolls for Edison.
Very nice.
Thank you.
And Kyle Cow's demonstrating his success in those literary and poetic classes.
EAP.
Or borrowing a few lines from Edgar Allan Poe.
I call them EAP.
2nd and 10, Bertoni, and Leinbach with a gallant effort, unable to come up with the ball at the 10. And 6 seconds to play. We might see one more snap in the 1993 version of Fountain Valley Edison, one of the biggest rivalries, as we talked about at the beginning, in Orange County. There's Mater Dei and Servite, there's Newport Harbor and Corona Del Mar, but there's something special about Fountain Valley and Edison. You're only talking maybe 3-4 miles separating these guys.
And if you were on the campuses look exactly alike as well. The campuses are very similar.
Just a little different in color.
A little different in color.
You got the blue and gold, you got the green and gold.
And one thing that was pointed out to us, Steve, and I'm sorry about interrupting you, Edison has the smallest
enrollment
of
the Sunset League
schools, which I found interesting when we heard about it a couple, 3-4 weeks ago.
Bertoni is chased down. He is gone.
And here come the students.
And that is it. You can see there goes that beeline, as we said, to the bell. And the bell belongs to Edison in 1993. And some of the Chargers tearing down some of the Fountain Valley Baron banners.
They had a bell sign there that said the bell is ours. The sign now has been torn up. The Fountain Valley students that are sitting here right now that are not seniors are going to remember this night, that's for sure. Because they're going to want to rip up Edison's sign.
We got a fight breaking out, unfortunately, and it looks like one of the Edison assistants
This is not the way you want the game to end, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely not. A lot of mayhem going on in the
It's a
field
lot of
right now.
taunting, and this has gone on for years like this. Before the game, the week of the game, the taunting back and forth.
So, quite a scene on the field right now. We got spectators, we've got players, we've got coaches. The bell is making its way to the Edison sideline. And we'll try to get you some details of the game. We'll give you some numbers. We'll wrap this up. Gary Pitts is down on the sideline. We'll find out if he's got somebody. He's not set yet. And the bell is slowly making its way across the field. And it'd be nice to see these players shake hands after the game. It's a custom. Two very good football teams here tonight. As we said, unfortunately, only one of them can come out a winner. I don't believe the bell has quite got to the sideline yet, or has it? And there it is, emerging out of all those great green and gold helmets down there. The bell has found its way to the Edison side. Chargers 27, Barrett's 14. That is our final score. And we're almost ready to wrap it up here from Labard Stadium in Orange Coast. So Edison moves to 4-1 in the sunset. Fountain Valley drops their second straight. They dropped to 3-2. Huntington Beach, undefeated coming in tonight. They were playing Ocean View. Those are the three teams likely headed to the playoffs from the Sunset League this season. You got to anticipate, now that Fountain Valley, Huntington Beach, and Edison have all gone through the toughest part of the stretch schedule, you got to figure it's a tune-up now to get them ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, you would think so at least, although there are a couple schools that would love to squeeze in there, but that's the cream of the crop. Huntington Beach, Edison, and Fountain Valley.
Coach Berg and Coach White out just near midfield, talking about the game, we hope. Charger players still celebrating with the bell. Many people still in the stands on both sides. And the Edison Chargers do the customary mini jumping jacks like the Huntington Beach Oilers do. The Barons are starting to make their way off to the other end of the field. And it's been an impressive night of football.
Yeah, it was a great game. It's a great game, and it's exciting for Edison.
We're trying to get some numbers to you. We'll total those up. If we have those, we'll pass them along. For Edison, they run up 169 yards rushing in the second half alone, 201 for the game. 21 carries for Michael Graham. 21 carries, 168 yards. Chris Young, a couple of touchdowns. Passing-wise, Todd Bielitz, 6 for 14, 66 yards. He was sacked twice, intercepted once. It does not matter, though, because the Chargers come out victorious. Again, another tough night for Scott Bertoni in the passing game of the Fountain Valley Barons.
Yeah, again, two tough games in a row for Bertoni. He was going against the best that Sunset offers, and less than what he wanted to have as far as a performance.
All right, I think we're ready to wrap it up here. Glad you could be with us. Our next game will be next week. It'll be Huntington Beach and Westminster on HBTV3. If you're watching this on Saturday night, tune in again tomorrow at Sunday at 1. You can set the VCR. For Ward Carter directing, producer Greg Furlong, for Kyle Cowles in the booth, Gary Pitts down below, Kim Lombard. I am Steve Lombard. Thank you for being with us. Good night, everybody.
Now, especially when he's on that side. Yes, and get him down. Right.
10-yard pickup for Mike Graham for the Chargers.
Yeah, that's right. When you played game or something.
Point after is good. On this point play, Todd Smith, 24 yards to Andy Lennon.
It looked like. It looked like it was trying to dig. So somebody held. Is that what happened? Yeah.
Break it.
Fumble on the play.
With their mascots on.
I had to put soccer shoes on him. It looked like that. Come on, boys. Move that ball. Yeah, he did have a mix. I'm the only one who can carry the ball. Oh, front.
What are you telling me?
Are you letting them have chickens back there?
Oh no.
I know it. I can't believe you guys are letting them do that.
Danny's gonna go in the chicken coop.
I know. They're trying to find.
Hey, as long as it's over your house, that's all right.
Mike Graham picked up his pit bull.
Oh, I hate it when they're right even with me. It's so hard to pick.
Come on, let's start blocking.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Okay, Alberta alignment is when they're right.
Stop for Service.
I didn't see him. Quite a few of them in from the last 3 games.
Michael Graham for 3 or 4 yards on the
Support does Michael Graham
Yeah, what?
Go up it!
Nothing they were doing, and the rest called it.
Michael Graham.
Let's go, Chargers!
He's the most important.
I know I get to.
You guys gonna sit in the yellow night? Uh-oh, wait. They do, huh? They get those from, uh-oh, where is he? They get those from certain special, great tackles, great...
Oh, Danny did it.
Oh, great.
Uh-oh. I guess I'll sit right.
Stop for survey.
More if you like it. Say go, Big Green. Go, Big Green. Last time if you like it. Say go, Big Green. Go, Big Green. All right, Edison. Come on, Edison! Edison, help us out! Edison! 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 Edison, help us out! Oh my God! Edison! Get him, Daddy!
Oh yeah. Dan has long legs. Josh got Dan's long legs.
No.
7 p.m. in Edison. If you wish to attend these, tickets will be given out on a first-come, first-served basis at the Pepster booth, and also will be given throughout the auction. Thank you much, and have a great evening.
Let's go, guys. Get it going.
Rod Beeler. Blake Shaw. Beeler for another 2 or 3 yards.
How's it make you feel knowing Ryan's?
I can't see him.
Come on, Graham. It feels so good. That kind of fizzled, didn't it?
Something's missing.
So they got a pretty good defensive line.
They helped Fountain Valley to 20 points or 21 points.
Servite did it?
Yeah, and they've done.
Come on, Todd.
Jeremy or someone.
Here we go. If you like it, say go, Big Green. Go, Big Green. If you like it, say go, Big Green. Go, Big Green. Last time, if you like it,
Jeremy exhibit.
say go, Big Green.
Michael Graham.
Faster.
How far do we have to go?
2 yards.
2 yards? Come on, boys, we can get this.
Well, you got 2 downs.
Michael outside.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I like it when it's
Let's go, gang! Come on, Graham.
Michael Graham, second to 6.
Yes, Dan can play.
pass this year.
We did it twice tonight.
We did?
Yep.
Probably when I was filming.
Okay.
No, he dropped it. It's because it gets so dry.
How far away are we anyway? 4 yards? 3?
I thought maybe it was like Edison, let's do it. Let's go. Bench save move. And here we go. Do it.
Oh, come on!
Move.
Playing now, Dan.
He's playing tackles, baby. Always plays
Okay, okay. He just looked like he was in a different spot. He'll probably get a scholarship in football. I mean, baseball. Oh, I lost him. I lost him.
Do it without me. Come on.
Go. All right, Edison.
For about 3 or 4
I didn't even recognize you. You look so young. How are you? I'm going to run down there. Excuse me?
Oh, we're going to knee down, aren't we? Yep.
I don't see him here. There either.
It's not like some big brown thing.
All right. On the side.
Here we go. Do it. Let's go. Offense. Move. That. Ball too far. Do it. Let's go. Offense. Move. That. Ball left line. Do it. Let's go. Offense. Move. That. Ball. All right.
I don't see him anywhere. Yeah, he's not on the sideline.
Who?
Can't.
Danny's up there.
Out there. Last one on the line.
Oh, yeah, he is.
See it?
Families just live on and on.
Yeah, they do. Let's go, guys.
They go to Louisville. We're becoming more south.
We just got some water.
Sorry.
Yeah, he plays tight end. They might pass it to him.
Edison! Edison! Help down! Edison! Edison!
He just goes lines on the
Well, you know what you're doing.
That was a good one. Here we go, if you like it. Say go, Big Green. Go, Big Green. 2 more if you like it. Say go, Big Green. Go, Big Green. Last time if you like it. Say go, Big Green. Go, Big.
Got him so
still drove to school.
Danny!
Between Harborview and Crossway.
37.
We got to score, boys. Short passes. Got a block up front, man.
Play for LaSalle. 2nd and 7.
Let's go, Edison.
Give it to Graham. No, don't say offense. Remember, they said it screws us up. Can't be running it now. You got 34 seconds. Right now. Is the clock running?
No. Stop. 34.
Trouble is starting to flow. It's so tight.
That's all it was. Probably the person in charge of
Let's go!
Come on, Edison, let's go.
Get him off the field!
4 points behind. This guy's hurt.
24 points behind the coach is running the ball. Believe that?
All right, here we go.
Graham.
They got to score on this drive. He's going to block. Come on.
Graham. Back to the line of scrimmage.
Football coaches.
out.
He got fired, and they lost the playoff game. They lost the game, and he tried to fire him. That's just kind of gross.
That's like that whole castration thing.
Yeah.
God, feel it.
What?
Graham down to around the 3-yard line.
Go ahead. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Nous avons fait le apple turnovers. Vous avez besoin une et demi tasse de pomme.
Demi-tasse de sucre.
Encore café cuillère de cinnamon.
Des pâtisseries.
Des beurre.
Mélanger de pommes avec de sucre et cinnamon.
Coûtez la pâtisserie à 10 cm de place.
Mettez de pommes mélange sur la pâtisserie avec de beurre.
Poussez le coat fermez la pâtisserie comme un triangle.
Poussez la côte avec une fourchette.
Coupez la pâtisserie en haut avec la fourchette. La fourchette.
Cuisez pour 20 minutes et 150 degrés. That's it.
That was bad too.
It's okay though. Cuisez pour 20 minutes à 450 degrés.
Sticky?
That's it.